Hi again, good afternoon, guys. I'm Carmencita Ravano, your assigned OLC here in UCSP, or Understanding Culture, Society, and Politics. Okay, these are the learning outcomes. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to know the difference of sociology and anthropology, recognize the people behind sociology, and identify the goals of anthropology and sociology. Okay, what is sociology? Okay, sociology is the study of human society, its origin, structure, function, and direction. The word sociology was taken from the two foreign words, socius, a Latin term which means companion or associate. Logos naman is a Greek term for study. Meaning to say, yung sociology daw is a study of companionship or companion or associate. And sino ba ang aking founder ng sociology ay si Auguste Comte. Siya isang French philosopher. Comte gave the science of sociology its name and established the new subject in a systematic fashion. Si Comte, bali ang founder natin ng sociology. Okay, sino-sino ba yun? The early scholars who contributed to the development of sociology, of course, madami rin yan. Andyan si Harriet Martineau, si Karl Marx. Si Harriet Martineau daw ay she was a British social theorist and Whig writer often cited as the first female sociologist. She translated Comte's work in English. Siya yung nag-translate ng work ni Comte. How about Karl Marx? Karl Marx was a German philosopher, economist, historian, sociologist, political theorist, journalist, and socialist. He is considered as one of the thinkers of the modern time. Andyan din si Herbert Spencer. Herbert Spencer, he proposed that there is parallelism between how society evolves in the same manner as animal species do. This principle is attributed to Darwin's theory of evolution. Alam niyo ba yung Darwin's theory of evolution? Okay, Emil Durkheim naman, kasama din siya. French social scientist who developed a vigorous methodology combining empirical research with sociological theory. Is widely regarded as the founder of the French School of Sociology. Siyempre, andyan din si Max Weber. He focused on how Industrial Revolution changed thoughts and action and how it brought about a process called rationalization. Okay, dito naman din sa atin sa Pilipinas, siyempre meron din tayong mga developer niyan, mga development of sociology in the Philippines. Sino-sino ba yan? Of course, we have Sir Pin M. Macaraig. He is the first Filipino to acquire a doctorate degree in sociology and published a book entitled An Introduction to Sociology in 1938. Andiyan din si Father Valentin Marif introduced sociology in the Philippines with the opening of criminology program at University of Santo Tomas in 1915. Conrado Benitez and Luis Rivers is among the first teachers of sociology in the Philippines, and it was the University of the Philippines that offered a bachelor of degree in sociology. Guys, eto dito nagkakaroon ng confusion yung mga bata. Kaya question din nila. May sumagot daw sa kanila ng UST. Ng UST. Bakit mali daw sila sa UST? Guys, hindi UST ang sagot sa first school na nag-open ng sociology sa Pilipinas. Okay, na nag-offer ng bachelor degree. University of the Philippines yun, hindi yun University of Santo Tomas. Santo Tomas, yan yung nag-introduce ng sociology sa Pilipinas with the opening of criminology program. Kasi it concentrates on math, social behavior, social activities, and social life. When we're talking about social science daw, is study of social behavior, social activities, and social life. Okay, self-actualization, sinabi ko na, pero bago na natin ma-achieve yung ganito, sabi ni Maslow, ang self-actualization, kailangan daw natin magbigin muna dito sa pinakababa. Siyempre, lahat naman, ito muna sa baba, bago yung sa taas. Okay, self-actualization. Para makuha natin yung ating mga gusto, siyempre dadaan muna tayo lahat yan. Okay? Next, primary education as a human right. Totoo yan, guys. The human rights have been established to ensure that the basic needs of people are met. Sabi daw, primary education, the human rights have been established to ensure that the basic needs of people are met. The right to education. Mass illiteracy, which caused mainly by poverty, is one of the global issues which are affecting the progress of the society. Ang mass illiteracy, yung mga walang alam, di ba? Maraming taong mga walang mga alam, yung mga illiterate na tinatawag, ito daw magkukos natin ng kahirapan sa ating government. Honestly, it is one of the global issues naman talaga sa atin. Ito yung isa sa mga issue na nakaka-affect daw sa pag-progress ng ating society, sa paglago ng ating society. Sabi, education has become increasingly important in the 20th century. As we progress in technology and other aspects of knowledge, people continuously need to acquire more competencies which will help them to become productive citizens of the society. Ngayon nga, di ba, ang dami ng magagaling sa atin ngayon, especially ngayong sa mga IT, yung mga ano natin, na ano nyo ba, sa ibang bansa, yung ating mga animator, di ba, na nakakarating na sila iba't ibang bansa, doon sila, kaya lang yun nga, mapapakinabangan yung kanilang galing sa ibang bansa. Pero marami tayong magagaling dito sa tao, mga Pilipino. Siyempre, kailangan natin makipag-ano din dahil kasi napaprogress na ngayon ng technology. Di ba? Kailangan matuto tayo. Hindi tayo pa pwedeng mag-stick lang kung ano tayo. Siyempre, continuous learning tayo dapat. And then the society needs to have capable individuals to ensure continuous progress. Education has been regarded by all societies as a means for growth, not just for the individuals, but to the society as well. Ayan. Diba? Yung education na importante. Kaya kayo, bakit ba kayo nag-aaral? Gusto nyo, nag-aaral kayo ngayon, syempre, gusto nyo rin, dahil meron din kayong gusto sa buhay, gusto nyo ma-achieve. Dito yan, no? Andito yan. Pero before nyo daw nyo ma-achieve yan, syempre, dadaan mo na tayo sa pinakailalim. Okay? Lahat yan, pagdadaanan natin, para magkaroon yan. Okay? Ano ba yung primary education na tinatawag natin? Primary education as a human right. Kailangan, ano natin yan, karapatan natin yan. Karapatan natin bilang isang tao ang kapag-aral. Okay? Kaya tayo, pinagsisikapan tayo ng mga magulang natin. Kayo, napakaswerte nyo. Pinag-aaral kayo ng magulang nyo. Hindi nyo sila pinilit para paaralin kayo. Kayo pa ang pinipilit para mag-aral, di ba? Kasi, it's not for them. It's for you. Di ba? Para sa inyo yon. Kaya gusto ng mga magulang nyo, makatapos kayo. But at the same time, makatulong din tayo sa ating society. Next, ito na tayo sa religion and belief system. Yan, importante ito, guys. Dahil napakadami talaga sa atin na nai-impluwensyahan ng religion. Okay. So what is religion? Religion is an institution that involves a set of beliefs and practices of a particular social group. Beliefs refers to a conviction or ideal of an individual or group accepts as real or true, regardless of the lack of verifiable evidence. Religion can be organized into a group. Meron tayong church at meron din sect. Sekta yan, sekta, okay? Ito yung sabi nga, religion daw is an institution involves a set of beliefs and practices. Yung mga paniniwala natin at mga practices na ginagawa. Kayo ba, nakita niyo na ba si Jesus Christ in person? Diba, walang nakakita. Pero dahil naniniwala tayo, at dahil sa matagal ng practice yan ng ating mga kanununuan, naniwala tayo, di ba? Meron tayo yan. Naniwala tayo na nandyan ang Diyos, may si Kristo, nandyan ang si Jesus Christ, si Mama Mary, ang kanyang mother, di ba? Napaniwalaan natin yan. Pero hindi mo natin sila nakita pa in person, right? Kasi yun sa paniniwala natin, na yun ay pinamana sa atin ng ating nauna pa, nuno. Di ba? Tinanggap daw natin yan without, regardless daw the lack of verifiable evidence, yung mga wala naman tayong ebidensya, pero tinanggap natin yan, yung religion na yan. Kasi, sa society din natin, meron kasi yan, di ba? Okay, how about yung church? Yan daw yung dalawang group. Meron tayong church, yung universal membership. Yan, sino-sino ba yung nandyan? Di ba tayo yung mga Katoliko yan, yung mga nandyan? Yung nandyan lang tayo sa ano na yan. Tapos yung sekta naman is an exclusive group, refers to a type of religious group that is distinguished by having broken away from a larger organization, usually a church. Yan yun, ano, ang example niyan is yung Iglesia ni Cristo. Tapos yung born again Christian, di ba? Yan yun, mga example niyan, mga sekta. Okay? Religion and belief system. Yan, marami yan. Pinag-aralan din yan ng ating mga sociologists. And according to Emil Durkheim, define religion as a unified system of beliefs and practices related to sacred things. That is to say, things set apart and forbidden. Beliefs and practices which unite into a one single moral community. Yan daw ang description ni Emil Durkheim, unified system of beliefs and practices related daw sa sacred things. Sa mga, ano ba yung sacred na tinatawag na sa Tagalog? Sakramentong bagay. Ha? That is to say, things set apart and forbidden. Di ba yung mga panagbabawal, yan. Parang ito sa ano natin to. Tapos, beliefs and practices which unite into one single moral community. Sa Catholic to, pwede to natin gamitin sa Catholic. Bakit? Diba tayo? Bawal sa atin ng makiapid. Bawal ang ano natin, di ba? Bawal ang madaming asawa, makiapid. But, in the other religion, like for example, the Islam, they are allowed. Diba? Pero dito kay Emil Durkheim, ang ano niya, yung sa religion daw yan. Pinapractice daw yan. Yung sa kasal siguro yan, which unite into one single moral community. Parang kailangan magpakasal, di ba? Yun ang pinaniniwalaan niya. Yun daw yun ang system daw yan. Okay, si Durkheim believes that religion is essential to social cohesion and solidarity. It holds society together by means of a set of beliefs that the individuals hold in common. Oo, totoo naman. Tayo kasi sa isang relihiyon, di ba? Tayo, for example, Catholic, isa lang na pinaniniwalaan natin si Jesus Christ, right? Kasi siya pinanganak na naging tao, katawang tao, na namatay at nabuhay muli, di ba? Yun ang ating pinaniwalaan. But in the other religion, they don't believe na nagkatawang tao si Jesus Christ. Okay, kay Karl Marx naman believes that the religion is something that elites of the society use in order to keep a hold on the working and lower classes. It is a tool that is being utilized by the powerful and the wealthy to ensure the unequal status quo in a society. He considered the abolition of religion as a part of social. Okay. Si ano naman, si Karl Marx, sa pinaniniwalaan naman niya, ano, yung mga matataas na tao daw yung ano lang daw niyan, para daw ano lang daw, yung in order to keep daw yung hold on to working on the working and lower classes, yung mga lower class lang daw, di ba? Para mapag-iwalay lang kasi may mga nasa at namumuno yung nasa taas lang. It's a tool that is being utilized by the powerful and the wealthy. Ayan, di ba? Sino ba yung mga wealthy na yan? To ensure the unequal status quo in the society. Yan ang kanyang paniniwala. Gusto niya nga yan is considered abolition of religion. Okay? Si Max Weber naman, okay, believe that the religion is essential for economic development, something which can be observed among predominantly Protestants, Christian societies. He described that the specific religious doctrine of predestination held by the Calvinists brought about specific economic behavior that created early merchant capitalism. According to him, people behave based on what they think, their religious ideas, or otherwise. Meron naman talagang ibang mga tao na hindi naniniwala, di ba? Sa Christian, may mga ano talaga. Meron talagang hindi yan naniniwala. So, sabi niya, according to him, ang mga tao daw ay nagbe-behave base daw sa kung anong iniisip nila. Kung ano yung idea nila about sa religion. O kahit ano pa man. Di ba? At kailangan din daw ang religion para sa economic development which can be observed among predominantly Protestant Christian societies. Kailangan din daw yan. Kasi yung iba yung mga meron dyan, yung mga tithes, mga 10%, mga kasama din yan kasi sa mga pinaniniwala ng Okay, in the case of Protestants, the religious ideas influence non-religious behavior, something which has the potential to create social change. Okay, si Auguste Comte naman daw, he proposed a secularization theory According to him, the dominance of religion is part of the theological phase of the development of society. The phase is characterized by mysticism, which transitions to metaphysical phase in which man already possess abstract ideas. Ano yung sinasabi niya? Diba sa mga misteryo, mga naniniwala dyan, di ba? Yan yung mga sinasabi ni Angus sa mga kung ano yung mga nakita nila. Okay, marami din tayong types of mga religion. Meron tayong animism, monotheism, and polytheism. When we're talking about animism, ayan yung mga paganism yan. Yung sumasamba sila sa mga animals, sa mga puno, di ba? Yan yung mga yan. Sinabing paganism. Kasi yung animism is a belief numerous personalized supernatural beings endowed with reason, intelligence, and volition that inhabit both objects, ayan no, objects and living beings and govern their existence. Ayan, di ba, pag sumasamba sila, kunyari, gusto nilang mag-ano sa, maganda yung sumasamba sila doon. Yan yung mga yan. Animism naman, monotheism, ito yung naniniwala sa mga isa lang daw ang God. Ayan, no? Refers to the religion believes in the existence of one God or the oneness of God. The most well-known example of this would be Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Totoo naman, naniniwala tayo na ang Lord as Jesus Christ, ang ating Lord, ating Diyos, at ang Islam, ganun kay Muhammad. Yan din ang mga Judaism. How about the polytheism? Comes from the combination of Greek words poly and theo, literally meaning many gods. Simply, polytheism is belief in multiple gods or divinities. Andyan yung Hinduism. Taoism, marami kasi silang yung yan yung mga best example. Okay, naiintindihan yan, ha? So, dun muna tayo sa religion. Okay, konti na lang pala. An institutional religion refers to religious groups that seek to establish a system for actively believing in, engaging God. The main religious groups that have integrated a religious belief and a practice in their community, society, government, etc., are considered as institutionalized religion. Separation of church and state, ayan, the impact of religion. Ito na importante. The impact of religion has played an important role in the development of society all over the world. They have also been a great part of our history, its influence reaching even the stage, which is very true, di ba guys?